Hi, Anshu Sharma here. Welcome and my love to all of you. Those who do not know the story of Mahabharat may choose to do so now, as it explains accurately what is happening on the planet. In short, according to that story, or whether it really happened, most Indians believe it really happened. Pandavas, the five virtuous brothers, grew up along with their 100 evil stepbrothers called Kauravas. Pandavas meaning five, and these brothers were virtuous, and Kaurav means 100, and these 100 stepbrothers were evil. It is a similar situation today when most humanity is living under third dimension, either ruling or living under the spell of negative powers. All royal princes, Pandavas and Kauravas, they belong to royal family. They grew up together and they were educated by the same guru or teacher, and the guru and teacher's name was Dronacharya. Dronacharya, their teacher, was too attached to his only son Ashwathama. With this background, let us connect to what is happening today. While his father, Dronacharya, he was the guru of Pandav and Kaurav, he lived a very modest life. But Ashwathama, his son, got influenced with money and power. And his money and power were supplied by Kauravas, the evil princes. And that's why he was on the side of the evil. The 100 evil princes called Kauravas. Kauravas, by evil design, took Pandav's entire wealth and left them to live a poor life in the forest. Before their wealth was taken away by their evil design and agendas, their wife Draupadi was insulted and an attempt was made to disrobe her in front of the entire royal court. Nobody came to her rescue except Krishna. The metaphor of Draupadi, the wife of the five virtuous princes, Pandavas, represents the feminine principle. It represents when humanity cuts off receiving divine guidance from the right side of their brain. This separates one from receiving guidance from one's higher self and the source, leaving one lopsided in left brain logic, incomplete and under egoic consciousness. Pandavas were open to the divine feminine guidance provided by Krishna, while Kauravas were not. They remained under egoic consciousness, rejoicing in money and power. Now, in the forest, under the guidance of Krishna, incognito, Pandavas, the five princes, developed their powers for 13 long years. When they returned, their share of wealth and rights were denied, and consequently, Mahabharat war took place between the brothers. Now, coming back to the Guru or their teacher, Dronacharya, he loved all his disciples and his favorites were the five brothers. But He chose to fight the war from the side of the evil brothers in the war because of his attachment to his son Ashwathama, who sided them. Now, Dronacharya, the Guru, represents Jupiter. Astrologically speaking, Jupiter represents Guru or teacher. Jupiter is associated with the principles of growth, expansion, healing, prosperity, good fortune, and miracles, and provides all these to whose side Jupiter is on. Currently, Jupiter is in conjunct with Mars and Saturn. Mars is a planet of aggression, action, and sex. It is also called a god of war. Though in positive, we can take inspiration from Mars, but people under negative intentions of aggression and expansions use Mars energies for furthering their personal agendas of service to self and control, manipulation, and dominance. When placed unfavorably, Saturn represents old, rigid, traditional, materialism, suffering, anguish, greed, oppression, hatred, poverty, miserliness, and diseases. Most negative powers and humans under the effect of Saturn design and implement programs causing all of these, meaning they cause materialism, suffering, anguish for humanity under their own greed, they cause oppression, hatred, poverty, miserliness where they do not want to share, and finally diseases. So in short, coming back to the story, the Kauravas, the 100 evil brothers, use the energies of Mars and Saturn for their evil intentions and to design and implement evil programs. Now during the war, even their guru, Dronacharya, because he was on their side, shone his light on them and magnified their powers. Currently, now we come back to the current times. Currently, Mars and Saturn are conjunct. Together, they have become more powerful. In addition, even Jupiter, like Dronacharya, the Guru is also with them, shining and magnifying their powers temporarily. Between 29th of March and 1st of April, Mars and Saturn will come very, very close to each other. They are going to become very powerful. In addition, even Jupiter, like Dronacharya, the Guru is also with them, shining and magnifying their powers. Rahu and Ketu are agents of Saturn and Mars and carrying out orders given by them. Reference of pandemic is given in Narad Sanhita, an old Indian text written about 10,000 years ago. It says when Saturn is in dominance, pandemics spread. It will start after Sun and Moon eclipse and its effect will remain from 3 to 6 months. It is also said by eating birds and animals, their diseases will be transferred to humans. And humans and animals' combined DNA in germs will produce pandemics. But the conjunct of Mars and Saturn and Jupiter will not affect conscious, positive people. How? Let us understand. Dronacharya, sorry, the Guru designed the Chakravyuh. Chakravyuh is a labyrinth, a circular maze, a matrix where humanity is caught up and only conscious warriors will know how to come out of it. After his father Dronacharya died in the war, his son Ashwathama released a powerful weapon which had no antidote to nullify its effects. So Krishna, the conscious one, advised everyone in Pandavas' army to lie low and asked everyone to put down their weapons aside and not fight. He advised everyone to conserve energies and wait for the right time. After that weapon released by Ashwathama becomes powerless. We can also use this metaphor provided in the story for our benefit. As the weapon is the virus, and at present we cannot do anything to fight it. So the best remedy and the option for us is to lie low, stay indoors, build our immunities, and wait for its impact to lessen and finally finish. Coming back to the planetary conjunct, its peak time starts from March 29th to April 1st. It is when sinister powers may take advantage. So let us all stay strictly indoors and avoid even going out for walks or for groceries if we can avoid during the next 4 days. Most Indians know the importance of giving alms and donation to minimize the effect of Saturn, at least in concept, though many may not be actually doing it, except a very few. So please donate. It is a critical time for entire humanity. If you cannot go out, then donate online or simply keep some money, grains, food or oil aside to donate later. It is really a time to come when we have to give support to positivity and to positive people who are serving humanity at these critical times actively. Take steam inhalations, better used with ginger and turmeric. Apply ghee or clarified butter, which you call ghee, we call ghee, or oil, preferably coconut, mustard, or olive oil in your eyes, ears, hands, and nostrils, and do gargles with warm water with little oil, or simply do oil pulling. You can also boil ginger, garlic, and turmeric together in water and sip it. Please take only warm foods and warm water. Preferably wear pinks, greens, or whites in clothing. Slowly,